In this lesson, I want to consider field security. You can see that I've logged on as the user Susan May in this tab. Susan May is in the team in direct sales. And I can navigate into a company. I'll look at the Eurolandia company here, and we can see that there are some fields that are displayed on the screen and that she has access to. So we can see that she has access to the SLA field and the revenue field, and these fields can both be edited and updated by this user. Now, the ability to change this record's data comes from the overall security profile rights that Susan May has as a member of the security profile for sales managers. And the fields that we see, SLA and revenue, might then be available throughout the system if we look at searching for data. So if I go and search for company information, we can see in this system the field revenue is displayed within the search results. And within a particular company as well, if we return back to Eurolandia, the information about the revenue would also be displayed inside reporting. And we can see that in this screen where the report has appeared, that the information about the revenue is displayed inside the screen as well. If I close this report, I want to now consider another user who is inside a different team and has a different set of rights. We may want to limit access for users who are inside a different team so that the information should not be displayed to them. So if I look as the user Kylie Ward, who is in the customer support team, we may have a business rule that says that the data in the revenue field should not be displayed to this user. And we may also have a rule that says only members of the security team should be able to change the SLA information. So we might want to allow somebody like Susan May to see and use revenue, but have that field hidden from Kylie Ward, and only Kylie Ward to be able to edit the SLA field. This is not something that is accomplished through the overall security rights. It is done at the level of the field definition, and it will affect everything throughout the system. So if I return as the system administrator, you can see here within this tab I've logged on as the system administrator, and I'm going to navigate into the customization screens. So I've moved now to look at administration, customization, and I'm looking at the company fields. And the field that I want to change, first of all, is this revenue field. And we can see on the right hand side, the right hand most column is field security. And if I click on the edit icon, we can now start to add in the rule which will control access to this field. If I click on new, I can choose to either set a rule based on the individual user or group of users, or against a team, or against a security profile. I'm going to do this on the basis of the team, and I'm going to here say that customer service, and I'll also add in another team, which is the direct sales. And here I'm going to take away the read rights for everyone, and I'm going to ensure that the read and write access is remaining for direct sales, but I'm going to take away the customer service rights as well. So you can see that I could have just left it as saying everyone has the read rights access removed. I've but here I've allowed myself to specify the possibility that this particular field could have a slightly different rights for customer service. I'll come on to that a little bit later on when I look at the next field. But we can also see that we could at this point make the field a required field as well. So this is when the mandatory nature of a field is covered. That will have an immediate effect. So if I return as Kylie Ward, who is a member of the customer service team, and I look at the information displayed here, we can see that the revenue field has now disappeared from view. And if I try and search for information, I could either do this through a report or look for information inside the company screen. The revenue column has disappeared, and if I compare that with Susan May's experience of the same search, so if Susan May searches for a company, we can see that Susan May, as a member of the direct sales team, does have access to that column. And we can control this types of rules from the perspective of editing a field as well. So I can look at the service level agreement here. We can add in the rights based on the customer service team that has the rights to edit. And here I'm going to remove the rights from everyone to write into it. So you can see that I can read, but I can't write. And you can see that I have the ability here to both read and write into it as members of the customer service team. And we can confirm that that's correct by switching over to Kylie Ward, looking at a particular company, and then I can click change, and we can see that Kylie Ward, as a member of the support team, can alter the service level agreement, whereas inside the system as Susan May, she can see the service level agreement field, but if she clicks on the change, she's not able to edit the details inside that field. So that is the information about the field level security, and I'll just complete the topic by discussing the fact that it's at this point we are also able to specify the mandatory nature of a field. Here you can see the company name field is marked as a required field, and of course we can see the nature of that required field because it's marked as the asterisk, and there would be a form of validation check if that data was left blank when the record was submitted. So that is field level security or field security in Sage CRM.